Hi guys, welcome to another kamicarzCreations video. This is a sort of bittersweet, sad but happy moment. Monty, the Holden UC Torana, is going to a new owner. Bit of a collector down in Sydney. I advertised this reasonably quietly on one platform and got snaffled up pretty quick. And they seem pretty excited, and I thought I'd just run you back through the car. I'm just doing a good clean up on it and talk my way through the things that I've done on this beast. So I'm just doing a little bit of a clean up, cleaning the upholstery a little bit, not that it's dirty, vacuum her out and giving her a little bit of love, mostly been mechanical on this old girl. I haven't done a lot to the interior. The interior was pretty good when I bought it off the Evans family. Few little changes in there, but still a nice little interior for an original interior. It's definitely not perfect, but it's a nice little interior in this car, and it's been a pleasure to drive around in it. Not that I've driven it a huge amount, but she's coming up quite nice. So the engine bay, what can I say? I've spent a lot of hours in this engine bay. She's pretty much back to original, with a hotted up agenda. So it's the original 173 motor that it came out of the factory with, I am led to believe. I got this motor off the Evans family when I bought the car. It wasn't in the car at that stage. It was the first motor that I built, and it's the one I had the supercharger on. I've still got that supercharger, and it will live to run another day on the 202 that I am building, and it's been a long-term thing that will go in that LH Torana sitting just there. So that's the plan for it. The supercharger is sitting over on the bench over there. This is back to the original 173. This motor I did a cam in. That was the reason that I pulled it out. So the car came with the 202 in it, and that's the 202 that I'm building up for the supercharger. And this came just as an engine that we lifted into the back of the car. So after I did the cam with the supercharger, it was sort of pull it all out and go again, and build this back to standard, because really that motor that I'm building now is a lot of money and probably too expensive for this car at this stage, or ongoing. So this is a little 173. It has the Bathurst spec head that I bought off MSD. It's a 9-port head. And we decked the block and got that head. So we had about the 9.5 to 1 compression ratio. I did a little bit of easing when I did in here. It's because it's really big valves in that Bathurst head, and I had to ease the lip of the bore, eyebrowing those bores to get those valves so they wouldn't hit. So, it's around the 9s, I'd say, 9 to 1 compression ratio. It's a big cam in it, so she's fairly lumpy. And I'm back to the original 9-port extractors that I had on this. No, it isn't actually. I had 12-port extractors on it because I had the Yellow Terra 12-port head. And the 12-port extractors, you can maybe see them just up there. And I'll put 9-port extractors on here because it's a 9-port head. So still all of the titanium stuff from race bolts, as you can see through there, holding the manifold on. It's a Torque 2 manifold with a 350 Holly, and tuned in the best I can do. It's probably only just run in this motor, Lucky to have done 1,000 Ks on this motor, and I'm still running the single springs for, you know, mainly because of the doing that cam in the last motor. High compression, questionable metallurgy these days on where these lifters are coming from. So I thought I'd run the single springs until I ran it in, and I've had some good run-in oil in the car. This has had probably 3 oil changes already, just to keep it nice and clean. Yeah, so what else can I say? It's got the big radiator in there. It's got the Davis Craig thermostatic controlled thermo fans, and it's running twin thermos that keep it nice and cool. That's the sensor you see just there. And this radiator was modified because the supercharger snout interfered with that top radiator hose that I've had put over this side. But it all works well, all stays cool. Currently not running a thermostat in it, and I think I've got the Davis Craig set to about 85 degrees, so I'll keep it pretty cool at this stage, being a relatively new motor. Even the brake line, the clutch lines, brake lines, all done by a friend in my car club. Chunks did those lines for me. They were done as a gift because I gave him some lines off an old car so he could be able to create these and sell them to other people. And this was a payback for doing those lines. The painting in the engine bay all done by Scotty Austin. He does awesome work, and I've got a new project for him. Hopefully she comes up as nice as this one. I reckon it will, because Scott has trouble not doing a good job. Even when you ask for less, he gives you more. So that's where we're at the moment. The car needs a clean, but the weather is pretty ordinary out there. It needs a bit of a wash and a chamois over, which I might do next. So it's a bit of a rainy day here at home, but I got a little break to take her out, give her a wash, get some of the grime off it from sitting in the shed. It's nice to start her up and idle on up to the pavers and give her a bit of a wash. Hear that motor again, which is quite nice. I quite like the little motor. I have been a bit of a 6-cylinder nut and really enjoyed the journey of learning about the Holden 6, and thought of it as a bit more of a challenge than just throwing an LS in it. But you know, maybe if I had have kept this car, which I might do the regret thing one day, but I don't think so. I know where we're going and what we're doing, and this is one that I've enjoyed a lot, and by selling it I think I'll probably get stuck into some other things. You know, I've just enjoyed tinkering with this car. But anyway, this car would be absolutely brilliant with an LS in it. An LS conversion would make it incredibly reliable. The body and the suspension and the wheels and the tyres are all fantastic. And the engine in it I really like, but I'm the 6-cylinder nut. And ongoing, if you want to take this car and travel in it long distance, I'd tend to look at one of those 12-volt air conditioning setups and an LS, and happy days. You'd be off cruising for years on end in a beautiful historic Holden Torana UC 1979, I think this girl is, or this boy, Monty. There you go, Jason. I've done my best, mate. Jason is the new owner, and I've done my best. I'm quite proud of this car. It is absolutely not perfect. It is a project and a work in progress, and hopefully Jason, and I know he will, honours that progress and keeps us up to date where this car ends up in this new family. Very happy. Thank you to the Evans family for entrusting Monty to me for all these years, and I'm glad you've got it, Jason. You sound like the type of person I'd be happy to own one of my cars. Take care. Bye for now. There's the car all loaded up, ready to go. Say goodbye to Monty. Cheers.